Hey y'all, it's me, Angeria, VanMicheals, Amon, LePage, Davenport, Shannel, Queen. Today we're going to be talking about the freshly announced season of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 9, which I guess at this point is technically a week old, but I was at Coachella and I just got it back and it's fresh to me, brah. Oh, that's so annoying. Anyways, we've got some potentially controversial twists and rumors to discuss about the structure and format of this season, plus Entertainment Weekly bios written by Joey Nolfi, and both a cast promo and entrance look to break down from each of our 8 queens. So let's firstly jump in with the goop and the gag of this season. Via Entertainment Weekly, the All-Stars 9 cast reveal welcomes 8 fan-favorite queens back to the competition for another shot at the crown, this time with a charity twist. The cast will contend for a spot in the Drag Race Hall of Fame, as well as a $200,000 charitable donation to an organization of their choice provided by the Palette Fund. Period. And this seems like an extra crazy twist to me because I feel we've been making a lot of progress in the show in terms of really rewarding the contestants with more and more prize money as time has gone on. I mean, season 1 was competing for tens of thousands of dollars, and the most recent ones are competing for almost $250,000. But now, kind of like all the UK seasons, the queens are really competing for nothing more than a title and some badges. Plus, of course, getting to showcase their drag on a platform viewed by millions around the world. But is no cash prize ultimately going to be good or bad for this competition setting? The status quo has been set with such a huge cash prize for so long, I don't know. I think there are a lot of pros in giving the cash prize to charity though. There's a lot of really great causes the queens are backing, which we'll hear more about here in a second, which will give public awareness to both these actual charities and the causes themselves, provided the queens get ample time to discuss why they love them so much and how they've been impacted by them. Plus, I think it just looks good for everyone involved, from the producers to the judges to the queens themselves, competing to ultimately give back to charity, especially considering that queer people as a whole, and more specifically drag entertainers and trans individuals, have been villainized and met with a lot of hostility in the modern political conservative climate. And giving away all this money to other marginalized group makes sense with this theme of drag saving the world and drag really ultimately being a very positive thing. However, my main concern with this twist is really just in the interest of the queens, because it's no secret many queens will spend tens of thousands of dollars or go into debt if they have to just to prepare runway packages to compete, which is crazy. Like, people should not be going into debt to compete on a reality TV show. I think that those runway packages should be comped and paid for by the producers, because in some cases, like Trixie's, even winning isn't enough to make up for all the canceled gigs and price they had to pay to get their runways ready. And to quote Trixie Mattel on this topic, and not to be gauche too, but it's also about money. I mean, like, even All Stars 3, when I won, even winning, I think I lost money doing it because of the gigs I had to cancel, so I ended up losing money. Granted though, the All-Stars 3 cash prize was only $100,000 compared to today's $200,000, but it's crazy to think that now there's no cash prize at the end of this competition at all. And so without that cash prize at the end of this competition going directly to a winner, I am wondering if this is going to stifle competition. And there are rumors circulating online in publications like the Pink News and on Reddit, whispering that while the queens aren't getting a cash prize themselves, each queen did individually receive a compensation package, alleged to be $50,000 for appearance and $25,000 for runways. And although this hasn't been directly confirmed by any of the cast members from All Stars 9, Heidi in Closet did affirm this rumor on Twitter without any actual numbers, writing, "They, the All Stars 9 cast, got paid a lovely appearance fee and stipend," in reference to a person on the platform X complaining that there was no cash prize for the season. But again, those are just unconfirmed rumors at this time, so please don't take those numbers as fact. However, if those rumors are real, I would still say that that's not enough money for each queen. Again, using Trixie as Exhibit A, even saying the winner's compensation package ultimately was a net loss in terms of financials for All Stars 3. Another reason, as a fan, I'm a little worried about the format of this season is it's supposed to be a non-elimination one like All Stars 7, which explains why we have such a small cast of only 8 queens. I am mostly very in favor of the non-elimination format because it gives every single queen a chance to show exactly what they prepared and what they brought. There's nobody that's going to go home and say, I wish I could have shown this, I wish I could have shown that. They are going to get 8, 10, 12 chances every single episode to showcase their All-Stars glow up. And that is all ultimately only good for them in their careers. And that format didn't seem to harm All-Star 7 at all. It felt pretty competitive. But All-Star 7 was an all-winner season, which is a whole extra layer of cutthroat competition because there's a lot of ego competition happening. But without a cash prize and with everyone being there the whole time, I am wondering, where is the edge and cutthroat tension gonna come from this season? Because let's be real, as much as we love drag and the art of it all, one of the biggest reasons for the show's success is the competitive nature and ultimately drama that boils up from it. And so with all the rumors, twists, and drama discussed, I would love to hear your thoughts on all of it in the comments below. And now on to the queens. First up, in an alphabetical order, it's our Southern Belle from the ATO, Angeria Paris VanMicheals, who's returned to All Stars from season 14, where she finished as a finalist and took home 2 wins, one of which was notably in the talent show. Check. And her official Entertainment Weekly bio reads, Angeria is back, you ugly bitch. The sweet Southern Belle from the ATL uses her irresistible drawl and comedic charisma to captivate the judges. Her chosen charity is the National Black Justice Collective, America's leading national civil rights organization dedicated to the empowerment of Black, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer plus, and same-gender loving LGBTQ plus SGL people, including people living with HIV/AIDS. Its mission is to end racism, anti-Blackness, and LGBTQ plus bias, stigma, and discrimination so that every member of the beautifully diverse community can be free. And Angeria's promo shot is absolutely gorgeous. She is giving angel fallen from heaven. She's giving mother of Jesus. She's giving, as she describes, goddess of light and daughter of the sun, which I can definitely see with that completely outrageous and awesome wig that is like a vertical standing crown of thorns with sun rays coming out from it. The hairography of it all is crazy. I absolutely love how she and her designer played with textures and different materials and ruffles in these shades of white and beige and cream. It's so beautiful and like heavenly and certainly hot. And her workroom entrance look is a kind of 80s biker flare pink bodysuit with some chaps that have got a really great flare on the pant leg with lots of shiny gold metal detailing like these zippers all over the outfit and spikes on her shoulder. This feels kind of like a sassy pop girly stage performance number. And she walks in saying, the name's Angeria, but you can call me Angie 2.0. Bitch. And I don't mind if I will. Angie 2.0 looks absolutely beautiful here. I think the shape is great. And I like that there are probably tearaway pieces of this look that are gonna come off for some kind of performance that I bet we'll see in this first episode. And her entrance look isn't as crazy as her promo look, but it feels more tailored to a stage dance number, which, by the way, if you ever have a chance to go see Angeria perform on a stage, it is absolutely phenomenal. And she's also one of the nicest queens I've ever met from the show. So go out of your way to see an Angeria or Angie 2.0 show if you can. But this is a fun look. I like the clean lines and I think Miss Angie looks absolutely beautiful. This look is hot. And next we've got a season 13 finalist with 2 wins under their belt from the ball and snatch game. It's Gottmik. And her official bio reads, since season 13, Gottmik has become a darling of the fashion world, strutting runways and striking poses for the world's top design houses, including, I think she mentioned in the Meet the Queens video, Versace. And her chosen charity is Trans Lifeline, a grassroots hotline, advocacy, and micro grants nonprofit offering direct emotional and financial support to trans people in crisis for the trans community by the trans community. And Gottmik's promo look, both of her looks are insane. Insane. Y'all, I think I got a lot of in my ranking the Seasons of Drag Race video for putting season 13 so high, but Gottmik and Simone were some of the biggest reasons that I did rank season 13 so high in my entire season ranking. These 2 queens were and continue to be next level in the looks. So one of Gottmik's trademark style cues is the white face with the graphic black liner, which she has now extended into a really beautifully perfected version of what her face was. I mean, like, it was great then, but you can see the artistry now is even more. And it's all like blending out into this absolutely insane wig with all these white and graphic black lines. She looks like a crazy evil villain action figure, but from the Shen Yun universe with a little cape flailing behind her. And this look is in all the right ways, reminding me of the pinhead look she did for the season 13 finale, which still has me gagged. But yeah, this is one of the most fierce and on point, severely, devastatingly sickening looks I've ever seen. It's totally hot. And her workroom entrance is equally as sickening in a different way. It is giving Mugler Fashion House, big business. It's giving I own 100% of this company. It's extremely fashion, but so drag at the same time. And I love how she is really combining the severity of the fashion world with the artistry of drag in her looks. Y'all, she's really killing it. This is phenomenal. I'm also gonna give this look 5 out of 5. flames. And did y'all peep the non-existent wig line in that wig? It is literally coming right out of her scalp with that checkerboard. And next up, she was born to do drag. It's Jorgeous, who's hailing from season 14, where she has one win under her belt for the design challenge, the one in which she put the star cookie cutters onto the bathing suit, which we'll leave the commentary at that. But more so, I think she made a name for herself on the season for being shady and honestly being fierce as hell every time she bottomed and had to lip sync. She truly was a lip sync assassin, and that is where she thrives. Her official bio reads, "Hellotus, it's your girl Jorgeous. The lip sync assassin of season 14 is back. Jorgeous may be small, but she's big competition." And her chosen charity is the National Alliance of Mental Illness, the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization dedicated to building better lives for the millions of Americans affected by mental health conditions. Which is a really nice leaf, I think, for her to turn, considering all the nasty things she said about other people on Twitter. We love an all-stars glow up. Anyways, Jordan's promo shot is very pretty. I think blue is a color that looks really great on her. And I love how she really is playing with the structure in the detail of this garment coming up across her chest against all the flowy capes behind her. I also like how well accomplished the skin tone illusion of this garment was on the side of her outfit, or maybe that is actually her skin. Either way, she looks great. This look is definitely hot, and it isn't that typical Jorgeous fashion where she's got those legs out and proud, as she should. But I do hope moving forward into her runways, we can see a little more concept and creative mind instead of just pretty looks. Her workroom entrance is also cute. It's sassy, flirty, and also has those cutouts of revealing skin throughout the dress. And she's got a pair of black boots on that gives a nice contrast to the look. Again, not the most extravagant thing, but everything about her look is really well put together. Clean lines, the hair and mug are herring and mugging, and the body's banging. The bitch looks hot. Next up, hide those feet. It's Nina West, who is hailing from season 11, where she had 2 wins from the talk show and the magic show. And Nina's official bio reads, "Fresh from the Hairspray National Tour, Nina West is bringing her performance powers back to the main stage. As season 11's Miss Congeniality, Nina won over the fans with her kindness, but make no mistake, with top-notch acting chops and killer comedy skills, this Broadway baby is here to slay." Slay. And her chosen charity is the Trevor Project, the leading suicide prevention and crisis intervention organization for LGBTQ+ young people. Trevor offers 24/7 crisis services, connecting highly trained counselors with young people whenever they need support. And Miss Nina here is very much giving a similar outfit vibe to Jorgeous. They both went for that really beautiful regal blue color, which also looks great on Nina. And I love how she's kind of tapping into some retro futurism in this, very much giving like Jetsons, Judy Jetson Hooker vibes. It's been a while since we've said that one. And I like that she's got a distinct style and perspective here, really leaning into that with those silver hoops on the shoulders and the peplum waist. And girl, this is gonna be the season of legs. She also got them gams out. She looks good. This look is hot. I don't think Nina has necessarily been regarded as like a look queen or anything for her appearance on the show. It really was more about that really effervescent, charismatic personality that we connect with. But this promo is solid, and her entrance look is also so much fun. She is giving high clamp fashion whore clown, and I love this. That pink and orange color contrast happening with the ruffles around the collar, the flowers and the polka dots. Like, this has so much personality in it, and this is exactly what I want from an entrance look. It's memorable, it's cute, it's fun, it says, I've glowed up, but I'm also still a clown. This look is hot. And next up, a literal doll, and the Rue girl with the most social media followers in the entire Drag Race franchise, I believe. It's Plastique Tiara, who hails, yes, from season 11, where she had that challenge win in the Farm to Table Runway Design Challenge. In her official bio reads, Plastique Tiara is back, bolder and more beautiful than ever. Now, the TikTok icon is ready to make All Stars 9 her most viral moment yet. With the likes and the looks, she set her sights on the crown. And her chosen charity is the Asian American Foundation. TAAF serves the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander community in their pursuit of belonging and prosperity that is free from discrimination, slander, and violence. But she's so unique in this franchise in being possibly more well-known or more famous for her content creation, transformation videos, and just online presence in general than perhaps her actual appearance on Drag Race. Because girl, in the words of Roxxxy Andrews, you can't read the doll. And this is the doll. Look at this promo shot. It is gorgeous. This is beautiful. I'm literally gagging on the eleganza. Wow, that was a first, to be literally gagged. Of course, Plastique had to do it to him. Okay, for real though, For real, on God, no cap, Riz. Plastique Tiara is the Rizzler today. This is so cool. Her hair looks like, if y'all have been to different Chinatowns, like in New York City or something, they have these really beautiful ornate arches that will be on entrances into different areas of this part of the city. And her wig looks like one of those really intricately built arches. Plus, having those little ponytail moments coming down off the side is so charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent of her. I love it. And you just zoom in over and over on this with the beading, the patterning, the textures. Everything about this is on point. The shape, the silhouette. Y'all, Plastique Tiara is at the top of her game, and this proves it. This look is her workroom entrance is also untouchably beautiful. She truly has, I think, one of the most perfect drag presences. Everything is always so clean, sitting exactly where it needs to, and painted just right. I think it's also so interesting, specifically with Plastique here, to see how much her makeup has changed from season 11, because she was even then so well regarded as being one of the most beautiful queens ever. And I agree with that, and I still think she is, but in such a different way. Like the shapes and everything else she's evolved, her makeup is so interesting. And kind of like modern and a little Ariana Grande, I think, in nature with the simplicity. And the look itself is giving me beautiful ballerina dance costume. Like she is the little doll in the box that you open that twirls around while the music plays. And this is another dancey and performance-centric look, which is telling me we probably are going to see some sort of physical challenge in these workroom entrance looks, if I know my Drag Race. This look is hot. And next up, it's Roxxxy Andrews, and she's here to make it clear. And y'all, let me just say, I don't think y'all understand how much I love Roxxxy Andrews. She's possibly one of the most memed queens ever. And like part of the fun memery in her being a meme is that often the jokes come from nothing, absolutely nothing. Like there's the photo of her with the glasses and the weapon in her hand, which I can't describe because of YouTube policies. There's the one where she looks like she's like clocked in working at a desk. There's of course all the memes about making it clear. Her own comedic things from her time on Drag Race, like Tasha Salad. And like the memery continues to today. I just reposted a video on Twitter where somebody was like, me when I get possessed. It's Roxxxy Andrews' workroom entrance played backwards.
Aw, the theoretically. Hey there.
I live for a good Roxxxy Andrews meme. I love this queen. But also let me make it clear, I love her for more than just the memes. I think she is extremely fierce, so talented, and was one of those OG queens who was just not afraid to say exactly what was on their mind to exactly who needed to hear it or didn't need to hear it. And she is like responsible for how good some of those original seasons that she starred on were, like season 5 and All Stars 2. Where by the way, she brings in 3 wins under her belt. In season 5, she has 2, one from the design challenge, one from the makeover, and one from the talent show in All Stars 2, where unfortunately she did end up kind of sitting in the bottom for the rest of the season after that. But thank God she made it to the final 4 where she could make everything clear once and for all. And her EW bio says, this show-stopping legend is back to put her signature thick and juicy talents to devastating use. Bitches better beware. And her chosen charity is Miracle of Love. MOL is an organization founded for the distinct purpose of providing accessible HIV/AIDS prevention programming and supportive assistance to service multicultural needs of communities in Central Florida, namely Orange, Seminole, Lake, and Osceola counties. And y'all, in her promo look, she is giving goddess, she is giving showgirl. That headpiece is phenomenal. She's got like 2 giant wings coming off the top of that head. It's very much giving Phoenix rising from the ashes, and that's a fantasy that I'm living for with Miss Roxxxy Andrews. She is giving me the girl on fire, Katniss Everdeen in Hunger Games. This looks absolutely hot. And by the way, speaking to her absolute workhorse nature, this is a queen who you should be following on social media because she does things such as creating the Beyonce looks that she did for her new country album, like literally the day after Beyonce shows up wearing them. Her workroom entrance look, though, as much as I love her, I've got to be fair, is not my favorite. She did let us know it is Balenciaga head to toe, which is great. And she says you can't read the doll. And I'm not trying to read the doll, but personally, this isn't living, I think, as harmoniously as it could with my fashion fantasies. I personally prefer that style that Gottmik is wearing in this same kind of like business bitch fashion, if we're gonna compare like those kind of niches. But I do like the shape and contrast of this look with those puffier sleeves and then the legs out at the bottom. This look is hot. And next up, the first queen to ever enter the workroom, and she's not gonna let you forget it, aka the original Medusa and Miss Mandarin herself, It's Shannel. And bitch, if y'all thought that I just fangirled a little bit for Roxxxy and Roos, I'm about to fangirl just as hard, if not harder, for Shannel. I love this bitch. Shannel. Season 1 is worth watching just for her confessionals alone. The drama that she creates and can say in one sentence. Like, she was going off about all of her expensive outfits from day 1 in season 1 with that blurry little filter, talking about how she's a celebrity in the drive-thrus of Vegas, how she is this well-known, bigger than life, larger than life persona. And the narrative drama between her and Rebecca Glasscock throughout that season, with Shannel as this like seasoned pageant hardcore performer versus a newbie of drag, and just seeing her like foam and fume over this little rivalry was insane. And she was another queen that I think got a lot of unnecessary hate for kind of just speaking her mind or saying things as they are. But I think we should really be celebrating these queens that are not afraid to speak their mind and really just be the true drag queens that they are. And not only was she the first queen to walk into the workroom on season 1, but it was also an All-Stars 1. And this queen deserves so much more than the very low viewership numbers that those first of each of those franchises got. So please go follow her. Please go support her. She absolutely deserves it, and I can't wait to gag over her all season. And she, by the way, doesn't bring any wins from season 1, although she had a killer performance in that season. She does bring 3 from All-Stars 1, which she shares with VanMicheals. And her official bio says, Shannel was the first queen to ever enter the RuPaul's Drag Race workroom. Told you. And now she's back to make her story all over again. The ultimate Vegas showgirl is ready to remind the world how classic drag is done to prove she's still the one to beat. And her chosen charity is the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, a global nonprofit committed to advancing research and helping people overcome anxiety, depression, OCD, PTSD, bipolar disorder, and related conditions. And her promo look is, I think, quintessential Shannel. This is her giving the drag and drama and costumery that high drag truly deserves, especially in a setting like Vegas. She truly is the ultimate Vegas showgirl. Like, the spikes off the bottom of this mermaid skirt gown, it's ethereal, snaky, kind of like dinosaur vibes, very prehistoric and otherworldly, but also still giving goddess with that insane crown that she has on the top of this, and the spikes on the arms. This is crazy. And I love the color palette she used here. That baby blue and gold is just beautiful. But you can't touch this look, and you wouldn't want to, because if you touched it, it'd probably poke you, but it is absolutely And her workroom entrance look is amazing because it's a callback to that iconic Medusa snake look that she wore in season 1. She's got her hair coiffed and molded to look like snakes. That mug is absolutely untouchable, flawless. This gown has snake cutouts you can see going around her chest, and the actual fabric is meant to look like a snake skin. And so this look is everything I think an entrance should be. It's memorable, fierce, the bitch looks good, and it's exciting with a fun concept that's a callback for the fans. So I'm gonna give this look a hot. And finally, Ms. Vanjie. Ms. Vanjie. It's Vanessa, Vanjie, Mateo. Hailing from season 10, where she coined her catchphrase, and season 11, where she actually didn't get any wins, but did make it through 12 episodes, right before she got cut before the finale. And while I think we all enjoyed her on that season, I think this does put a special kind of fire under her ass to kind of prove to the rest of these girls that she can get the wins just like the rest of them. And her official bio reads, fresh from world tours, the Vegas stage, and a major glow up, she's showing up with her lightning in a bottle personality and the skills to claim her crown. And her chosen charity is the ASPCA, who believes every animal deserves to live a life free from suffering. For more than 150 years, the ASPCA has been on the front lines to save, transform, and protect the lives of millions of dogs, cats, equines, and farm animals in the fight against animal cruelty and homelessness. And her promo look is giving Golden Goddess. It's giving Vegas, but like modern gold Vegas showgirl. And I love how metallic and rich this looks with all the layers and textures in that woven skirt. Also love how she's mimicked those style cues and the woven elements into those really very high strappy heels she's got on. And I think the monochrome gold was smart here. It's striking and stands out in this shot. She looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna give this look a hot. The only issue really I had was I think that the chest, at least in this specific photo shot, looks very low. Like, it looks a little too low. I don't know what's going on there, but that's okay. Her workroom entrance look, though, is near the bottom of my list today. It's kind of playing into that Y2K trashy, like Mean Girls plastic mall fashion fantasy with a lot of sass and attitude from the animal print underneath the pink pleather skirt with the red boots and that fluffy or furry jacket that she's got on. And honestly, for streetwear, I do like this look. This is cute and fun, but I don't know that it's really doing enough for me for an entrance look, where I do like to see a little more of a head-to-toe cohesive concept rather than, I think, different fashion items put together to make a look. Again, though, I'm not saying she looks bad. I do like this look. I just think a more fun concept would have been interesting here. So I'm gonna give this look a 2 flame hot. But of course, I'd love to know what y'all thought about all the girls and all the gags and all of the looks down in the comments below. I think regardless of whether this season is going to be a cutthroat competition or just simply a showcase of phenomenal drag, I think it's gonna be great because we've got a cast stacked with talent, looks, beauty, sass, drama, and diva-ness. And I can't wait to see what kind of pots they start throughout the season. As for hottest shots, the promo shots, I'm gonna give it to... Oh, this one was hard. Like, Plastique and Gottmik both really tore this up. And this is a case of like, personally, in drag, I would love to wear Gottmiks. But I think Plastique's just takes it to a whole nother level of artistry and culture integrated into that artistry and a beauty that is insane. Like, I don't think I could ever look like, I would never, I couldn't. I'm gonna pretend I couldn't ever look like that. So I'm gonna give it to Plastique. And for the workroom entrances, I'm gonna give it to Gottmik. That wig she's got on really did snatch my entire fantasy. And of course, I did also ask my patrons to vote on their hottest haunts, and this week they've chosen Plastique Tiara for the promo and Gottmik for the workroom entrance. As always, I wanna say thanks so much to you for watching today's video, and of course to my generous patrons who truly do make my channel possible. For real, I would not be here without my patrons who help support my channel with a financial contribution every single month. And in return for that wonderful financial contribution, I give them exclusive content every single week in the form of reaction videos to every episode of Drag Race that I review, as well as lifestyle podcast updates in the Bus Stop podcast combined with the reaction videos I upload exclusively on Patreon. And you too can become a patron of my channel by clicking the link in the description of my video. See you there. I also want to give an extra special shout out to Ashley Brungart, Felicia, Laura, Matthew Burns, Stephen Topher, and Will and Tana, who are all supporting me at the Bussy Queen Collector tier at patreon.com/BussyQueen. Love y'all. Bye.